The New York Giants just got a triple dose of great news. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul. This is Big Apple Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Please do me a solid. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Trying to grow an awesome community here of New York Giants fans where we can, talk about the team, complain to each other when we need to complain, celebrate when we need to celebrate, all of the above. I think there's going to be a lot more celebrating next year, but that's all happening right here on Big Apple Sports. When you like and subscribe, the community grows, and it's going to be really something special. Got over 4,000 subs already, trying to get to 10,000 so we can have just an awesome Giants community here. So do me that solid. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, too. That helps a lot. But 3 bits of big-time news today. The first bit, of course, everybody knows this already. John Harbaugh is finalizing a deal with the New York Football Giants. This isn't, breaking news at this point anymore. I know you guys have already heard. But, man, I feel like I need to pinch myself right now. This doesn't even feel real. For months, I've been doing videos like, who do you guys want as a Giants head coach? Maybe this coordinator has shown some promise. This coordinator's shown some promise. And I get so many people in my comments who are like, gosh, wouldn't it be good to have somebody with head coaching experience? And then, we're looking at, some of these guys getting fired, and it's like, hey, Raheem Morris didn't do great there, but he has head coaching experience. Maybe we can look at a couple of these guys who, like a Matt Nagy who, he made the playoffs once. Maybe we can get one of these guys. And then all of a sudden, one of the best coaches of all time, a Super Bowl champion, comes on the market and is a New York Giant now. It is unbelievable. I know they still have to finalize things. And at this point, if he's not a Giant, it'll be one of the biggest rug pulls in sports history. But it sounded from the very beginning like he wanted to be a Giant. He loved Dart and the young talent here, and it was just a matter of the Giants being willing to meet him halfway and, fulfill the needs he wanted with his organization, and it sounds like the Giants have done that. So kudos to the front office. I know we hate on Joe Shane a lot, and a lot of people aren't happy with ownership, but every single team with a vacancy in the NFL right now, and a lot of teams who didn't have a vacancy, called this man and said, please, for the love of God, come be our coach. And it is the New York Giants who were able to get him. And before I get into some of the other news, I do just have to say one quick piece. I've had people in my comments say, be careful what you wish for. He's washed up. He's not going to be good anymore. He's no longer a great coach. Just stop. Yes, this year wasn't their best year. But Lamar, he's so reliant on his ability to run. He's a way better passer than I think anybody ever expected from him, but he will never be somebody who can just, go back like a statue and throw the ball like a Matt Stafford. His mobility is huge. And not only did he miss several games this year, but even when he was healthy, he had issues all season long. I'm going to be pulling up his stats in a little bit, but if you look at his rushing numbers, they were a huge drop this year, and he just wasn't the same player. That's not on Harbaugh. That's not on Todd Monken. It's just the way the NFL is sometimes. Injuries happen, and you just have to deal with it. And even despite that, this team was a missed kick away from going to the playoffs. From winning their division. And I know, I have a buddy who's a Bills fan. I have a buddy who's a Broncos fan. And both of them, Week 17, were sitting there just rooting as diehard Steelers fans. For the love of God, please don't make us play this Ravens team. Because Harbaugh is that kind of coach, and this was that kind of team. And if you go back to 2017 up until last year, he had one season where his team did not win 10 games. He is not washed up. One bad year doesn't mean he doesn't know how to coach anymore. He's not Pete Carroll. This is one of the best coaches of all time who's had a ton of success up until last year even. He had a lot of success. And now this one season, an MVP winner, missed a lot of games, was a shadow of himself even when he was healthy, and they still were a missed kick away from winning their division. So if you, you never know what'll happen. Sometimes people do end up struggling. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know why you think he isn't still an elite coach. But one season where he's a missed kick away from winning the division does not mean he's washed up. This is an all-time great coach, and I expect him to still be an all-time great coach. I actually loved what Dan Orlovsky said today. This is the best day the Giants have had since they won the Super Bowl. There's just so much talent on this team. I think a lot of people felt like if they get the right coach, they can make a Bears or Patriots type jump. They just needed to get their Vrabel or their Ben Johnson, and they got it. They got the best coach on the market. One of the best. He instantly, he already was a top 5 coach in the NFL. Now he is a top 5 coach for the Giants. So second bit of good news. I also loved hearing an interview with Jackson Dart. He was just talking about the offseason, and he's saying, look, we've had conversations, the offense, about making sure that we can get together and fit it around everyone's schedule and formulate a good plan. This offseason is extremely important for us. There's a lot of uncertainty with what's going to happen. The certainty that we do have is the people that are coming back, and we got to make sure that we create the strongest culture and relationships that we can going into this year. And that's kind of something I talked about on this show yesterday, is the players have been saying, we want more accountability. We want a good culture. We want to work harder. They have the attitude of a group of guys who wants to buy in and wants to win football games. And it starts with, everybody always looks to the quarterback. He's the de facto leader of the team on most NFL teams, at least on the offensive side of the ball. And to hear Dart say, yeah, we're trying, we're working together, figuring out schedules because we want to get together. We want to improve. We want to be ready for next season. And now they have a coach that can help them grow and improve on that culture. And, gosh, big things are coming for the New York Giants. I'm so hyped about it. Before I get into this last bit of good news, comment below. Let me know, who do you want as your coordinators on both sides of the ball? To me, defensively, I am team Antonio Pierce. I think he's had a lot of success in the NFL. Love the guy. I think he'd be great on the Giants. And then offensively, I think there's a lot of good candidates, but I am team Todd Monken. And that's my last bit of news. It sounds like he is expected to be the offensive coordinator. And I don't think anyone's surprised by this. A lot of the talk coming out of Baltimore was that when they met with Harbaugh at the end of the year, it was hey, we want to fire Todd Monken, and Harbaugh was no, this is my guy. He is my, he's my head, he's my offensive coordinator. It's not happening, and that disagreement ended up leading to Harbaugh being gone. But let me tell you real quick on Monken, because I think he's an incredible coordinator. I already kind of told you, you can't blame him for the failures this year. When you have an offense that's built around your quarterback's ability to move the pocket and run with the football, and not knowing if he's going to keep it or it's going to go to Derrick Henry, not knowing if it's going to be an their RPO game. When you take that away, it's not going to be the same offense, and that's to be expected. And this is a guy, he's been everywhere. Actually, he got his master's degree from Grand Valley State University. That's actually where I have my degree. So special spot in my heart there for Todd Monken. Go Lakers. But he has been a lot of different places. College and NFL, worked with receivers, worked with quarterbacks. He's had a lot of success everywhere he's been, but I want to specifically highlight Baltimore. So 2022, just to show you, is the year before he took the Baltimore job. He took that job in 2023. So you look at 2022, and let's find the Ravens offense. They are all the way down here beneath the Daniel Jones Giants in the bottom 15, borderline bottom 10 of the NFL. He takes that job, and within 1 year, this is a top 5 offense. Scored 28.4 points per game, right there with the best of them in the league. One more season later, and they are now a top 3 offense, averaging over 30 per game. And then, obviously, as I said, this year without Lamar, they regressed a little bit. But still, this was like a borderline top 10 offense this year. And that's an offense that was missing their quarterback for 4 full games and parts of other games. And like I said, even when he played, he wasn't 100%. And then you look at the work he's done with Lamar Jackson. Going back to 2022, he only completed 62% of his passes this year, or that year. He was still a very good quarterback then, but like his average was only 6.9 yards per pass. And then come in Todd Monken, he starts throwing the ball a lot more. Like even, I know he missed a few games here, but even compared to like some of the years he didn't miss games, he threw a lot of passes in this season. Completed 67% of his passes, 3,700 yards. His average went from 6.9 to 8. His quarterback rating went up 11 points. His QBR went up 4 points. And then coming into the following year, more growth. Threw for an extra 500 yards. His average went up again. 41 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, which is absolutely preposterous. And then that goes along with, he's still like, he had 800 yards the one year, 900 rushing the other year. Like that 2024 year, he had 5,000 yards of total offense to go along with 45 touchdowns and only threw 4 interceptions. Truly one of the all-time great quarterback seasons. And like, I know Jackson Dart, like, he can run so well. He'll never be Lamar running. But he can be better than Lamar passing. Like Lamar, I think I mentioned it early in the video, I think everyone has been super impressed about the way he's developed as a passer, and he's turned into a pretty good passer. But like coming out of college, people were like, this is a running back who throws the football. And he proved everybody wrong. He proved he could throw it. But I don't think his throwing ceiling is as high as Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart coming out of college, it's a lot of like, he's so accurate, he's so good, he can throw, but he also is mobile. He's a pass-first quarterback who his running ability kind of separates him from the other pass-first quarterback. So I really think Jackson Dart has a higher ceiling than Lamar Jackson. Call me crazy. You know, maybe I'm drinking a little too much of the Giants Kool-Aid right now, but I absolutely love it. Todd Monken got so much more out of Lamar Jackson than the previous offensive coordinator was getting. And I expect him to get more out of Jackson Dart. And then, you know, probably soon I'll do a whole defensive breakdown too. Like I said, I'd like to see Antonio Pierce. I also wouldn't mind seeing a Wink Martindale reunion. Like, I know he was let go because he butted heads with Brian Daboll, but I think he's a great coach. And like in terms of college, I'm actually a Michigan fan. So I've been watching Wink these last couple years in college, and the dude has still got it. Like last year, not this season that just happened, but the year before when Michigan beat Ohio State, that was a garbage Michigan team playing a historically good Ohio State offense with Emeka Egbuka, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, like 3 receivers who will end up being first-round picks. And he held them to, I think it was 10 points. And everybody after that game was like, oh my goodness, Wink Martindale just took down the best offense in college football with that game plan. Like, he's still a good coordinator, so I wouldn't mind seeing him either. But you guys let me know what you think on all of that. Don't forget, like and subscribe on the way out. Trying to grow this Giants community, so do me that solid. And then, man, it feels good to be, like, for the first time in a while, it feels good and positive to be rooting for the Giants. Like, we have a very bright future ahead here. So let's be positive, and let me know who you'd like to see as the coordinators, and I'll catch you guys next time.